Now, if you love being on your bike, there is a way to turn every ride you do into a race. It's called Strava, and it's now quite the phenomenon.
The best thing about Strava, it's the way to test yourself, see how you've gone. It's to measure yourself. As a competitive cyclist, you want to know if your training's working or not, and also how you're going against your mates, or a few nemesis that you have out there as well.
If not,
I mainly use it for when I'm travelling and when I'm out and riding in new places where I haven't been before. Last year I went cycling over in France. I had an opportunity to do a few of the different Alpe d'Huez climbs and Mont Ventoux and be able to compare myself against not only my other fellow travellers but also when we repeated a few different rides on different days you could see where we were faster.
One of the best things about Strava is it's the ranking system. It pits you up against other riders. You've got both male and female. Of the male ones you've got the COM, for the females you've got the QOM. And it gets very competitive at the top end of those.
Strava brings out a competitive streak in me, as much probably against myself first, and then against friends. It's bragging rights, it's niggling rights, it's heckle rights, and there's a few people whose cages I know I can rattle just by coming close enough to them. It'll motivate them to go out and absolutely thrash themselves.
When a notification comes in that you've been knocked off a COM, it gets personal, without a doubt. If it's something you've targeted and something you've tested yourself against many times, it's war. You go out there with a plan, you train for that specific course, and you go out there and the motivation is just twice as strong the next time around.
Downhill Strava sections and Strava sections through red lights and things like that are a bit ridiculous.
You've got the old leave the GPS on in the car, and upload your ride and capture all the comms. You've got segment creators who will look at where a segment goes from A to B and make it from A to B plus about 200 metres where everyone shuts it off. Now, that's just not cricket, if you ask me.
One of the good things on the other side of that is the fantastic names people come up with for sections. You know, like Don't Forget the Six Pack. That's around Dan Murphy or something.
There's always a little bit of competition when you're out riding with other cyclists, so especially on tour days when you're feeling like you're having a cracker of a day, then you can compare your results at the end of the day and have a really good time out.
To me, Strava is about your own performance. Solo effort, no lead outs, no motor pacing, no additional segments created. You go and do other people's segments and keep it real and honest, and that way you can test yourself the next time around.